Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's the middle of the week, first week in July. July 4th is approaching. Uh, if you don't know what July 4th stands for, it's our Independence Day. And so, yeah, we're excited about that. It's not only a holiday, but it's going to be a long weekend for many people. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful time we're living in, and this is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And I have a question for you. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I here? I know I've asked myself that question ever since I was a boy, a young kid. I would ask, why am I here? You know, uh, what is my purpose here? Why am I living? Why am I here for? What am I here for? Um, what is life about? We ask all these questions, and you know, some answers that I've heard and some answers that I've had are, I don't know. That's probably a very common answer. I don't know why I'm here. Some people say it's an accident. I'm an accident. My parents didn't intend to have me. Um, and some people say I've never thought about it. And so, what is your role in life? What are you all about? Um, is it just to be born, grow up, breathe, pay taxes, and then die? So why are we here? What is our purpose? I want to talk about the next few videos. I want to talk about this thing called bullseye living. Imagine a bullseye, a target for that an archer uses, right? A bullseye. Everybody is familiar with that, right? And there are these different layers, and the goal of the archer is to hit with their bow, hit the center space. The smallest circle. So these are all concentric circles, and the smallest circles. That's the goal of the archer. Um, and so what I'm suggesting is that in bullseye living, you've got all these things surrounding your life. You got friends, you got family, you've got work, you've got social life, and whatever you're into, all these things around your life. But in the center of that target would be your relationship with God. Would be a relationship with God. And what I want to do in talking about this is what does it mean to have bullseye living? What does that look like? What does it mean to live for God? Um, so, one of the problems that many people have today is that there's so many other things that capture our attention and distract us, right? It's difficult to focus on God, on that small circle. How many of you have said, if you are a Christian and if you're a Bible reading Christian, how many of you said, I'm going to read the Bible, consistently? It's very common at the beginning of the year. People start saying, I'm going to read, the Bible this whole year. And what happens, after a while, we lose focus, right? It's not tough reading. It's not hard to read. It's only that we lose focus. It takes concentration to read and to keep focus, and it becomes difficult for us. So that's why I want to talk about bullseye living. And I want to read out of Ephesians 2:10 and to kind of set the stage. It says, God, our maker, and in our union with Christ has created us for a life of good works. I want you to remember that, good works, which he has already prepared for us to do. In addition, I want to read what it says in Proverbs 16. The Lord has made everything in his own or for his own purpose. And I want you to focus on that word, everything, right? Good works and everything. So, God has created everything with a purpose. Now, I want to ask you, what is the purpose of this pen? What is the purpose of this pen? You would say, well, the purpose of this pen is to write, and you are correct. But we can do other things with this pin. We may want to do other things with this pin. We can try to use that as a screwdriver. Is it going to work? I don't know. We can use it to take our earwax. Is it going to be effective? Maybe not. We can, do our hair with it. I have a hat on, but we can do our hair with it, kind of like. And will it be effective, or can it work that way? I don't know either, right? That's, because the purpose of this pin is to write. That's what it was created for. It was created to write. And that's its best purpose, right? There's other things that we can use to take earwax out, right? There's other things we can use to take out a screw, right? And to do our hair. But the purpose of this pin, oops, I just dropped it. The purpose of this pin is to write, is to be a pin. And God has created a purpose in our life. And here's what it is: to go after bullseye living, that focus, that center circle. If you don't go after that bullseye living, then you're going to be out of God's plan, and you're not going to be living your best life. You're going to be a screwdriver or an earwax remover rather than a pin. And so that is what I want to talk about in the next few videos. So we're going to stop it here, and then we are going to continue talking what it means to live a bullseye living. Or what does that mean, bullseye living? All right, so we will talk to you soon, and we will pick this up next time. Have a great rest of your week. We will talk to you soon.